Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the second look in my modern Disney villain series, which is Mother Gothel. So if you like to see what I do, just keep on watching. Quick note, let me know if me chewing gum is like really annoying when I'm doing these videos, because I will stop doing it. Going off of my last video, if you saw it, I tried out a new primer, the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. And I am using it again today, and I paired it with the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. And it is sitting really nicely together. And yeah, it looks great. So just thought I would update you on how that primer is working, because it didn't really work with the e.l.f. foundation that I had used the first time around with it. But yeah, okay, so let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm going into the Pretty Vulgar, the Ink Blacklist Gel Eyeliner, and I'm going to use this to fill in my brows. I'm going to make sure I do them nice and thin, not too thick or anything like that, because I'm going to be throwing on a wig later, and then her eyebrows are nice and black and thin. Okay, now that the brows are done, I'm going to go into the eyes. I already primed my eyes with the Hard Candy eye primer, and I set it with my face powder. Now I'm going to go into the Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette. Whoops, there's a brush in there. Okay, I'm going to start off with the shade Deserted, I think this one is called, right here. Is it? Actually, no, I'm going to start off with a center shade. This is the shade Outdoorsy. And I'm going to take a blending brush. This is the Luxie 229 tapered blending brush. And I'm going to run that shade into my crease. Going to also pop some of this on the outer corner here. And I'm going to run a little of this on the lower lash line. I sure hope you cannot hear my stomach growling, because it is growling a bunch right now. Okay, now the second shade I'm going to take is the shade Deserted, right here. And I'm going to use the same brush and run that into the crease as well. And I'm going to run some of this on the lower lash line. I think I'm actually going to use a different brush for that, though. Okay, and I'm going to skip this reddish tone because I was looking at pictures, and she has more of a neutral toned brown crease. Mine is a little warm right now, but that's why I don't want to go too warm and use this color. So I'm going to use the shade Rock Bottom, which is this darkest shade right here, using the same brush for my crease, and I'm going to run this on into my crease in my outer corner. Make it nice and smoky though. And then for my lower lash line, I'm just using that same little brush. And then I'm going to go into the shade Tea Light and see if I could lighten up my lid using a different clean flat brush. I really just don't want to have to go into concealer to carve it out at all, so let's see if this works to do what I'm hoping it does. Okay, I think I'm going to have to go into concealer, which is not what I was wanting to do, but I'm going to be doing it anyway. Okay, just using a light concealer and getting it all over my fingers. I'm going to use that same brush I was using to pack on that lighter shade to carve out just a bit right here. It doesn't have to be perfect because I really don't want it to be too structured. So I think I'm going to use my finger to kind of buff out the edges here. Okay, now I'm going to go into that shade again and pat it everywhere to set that. Okay, then I'm going to go into the Wet n Wild Makeup Liner in the shade Black and just line my upper lash line. Okay, then for mascara, I'm going in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I'm going to coat my top and lower lashes. Okay, now I'm going to go into the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade Sunlight. I'm going to use this to slightly warm up my cheeks. Just using a Wet n Wild Fluffy Angled Face Brush for this. Then for contour, I'm going to go into the Profusion Highlight and Contour Palette and take in the Shade Contour right here. And I'm going to take my small contouring brush from Luxie, the 512, and I'm going to use that to give myself a nice, subtly strong contour, if that makes sense. Not like too harsh, but not too like soft at the same time. I am going to lightly contour the sides of my nose as well. I am going to go into some blush. I'm taking a more warm toned blush. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in the shade Apricot in the middle. And I'm using blush to kind of give myself a more like rounded cheek appearance. Going back into that contour shade just to bring the color down a little more. I am looking particularly washed out right now. I'm sorry, the lighting outside is pretty much non-existent, but I hope you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, I am going to add highlight. I'm going to go into the shade Impulse from that Profusion Highlight and Contour Palette using my Wet n Wild Unicorn Highlighting Brush. And use that to highlight my cheekbones. Then my Cupid's bow. And the tip of my nose, and right there as well. Voila. So obviously this is a pretty easy look. I'm going to go into the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Lipstick in the shade Nudist Peach, oh my goodness, and apply this to my lips. Because if I remember correctly, oh my god, let me hope that this is the right color. Let me look up. I think she had more of a peachy tone lip. I'm going to look it up real quick though, because now I'm like second guessing it. Watch, it's going to be more nude. And it's slightly peachy. It's like a brownie peach. Okay. Well, it's like a... Ay. This is difficult. Because it looks red in some pictures. And she also has black eyeliner in her waterline, it looks like. Which I'm just, good. Okay, so we're going to ixnay that lipstick, I think. And then see if I can find something that is more that tone. I might have to mix two lipsticks for this. Unless that looks like it might work, actually. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go into the Ofra long-lasting liquid lipstick in the shade Miami Fever. See if this works. That's kind of like the shade. I think I want to add like something to it to make it look a little more glossy, but like also a little more peachy. So I'm going to hope that this is not going to mess it up, but I'm going into the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Metallic Lipstick in the shade Satin Sheets. This is like a peachy gold reflect. So I might just pop it on the center of my lips. So it did lighten it. It didn't really give it much of a shine, but that's fine. Okay, now I'm going to go into the LA Girl Glide Gel Eyeliner in the shade Very Black. And I'm going to run this into my waterline really quick. So I went with my longer wig that has no bangs. Sorry, this freaking lighting sucks. But yeah, this is the final look. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already or if you want to, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.